Something is moving between galaxies. The story they call it the void. The space between galaxies. 2.5 million light-years of nothing, no stars, no planets, no light. Just hydrogen atoms scattered so thin you'd find maybe one per cubic meter. We thought nothing could cross it. We thought nothing would want to. We were catastrophically wrong. The vast emptiness of intergalactic space stretches between the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies. Something disturbs the darkness, awake, like a ship through water, but in the fabric of spacetime itself. A deep bass rumble echoes through the cosmos like the universe breathing. Inside the Deep Space Observatory, Kepler's Eye, humanity's most advanced telescope array, floats in the Lagrange point between Earth and Moon. Dr. Elena Vazquez, an observational cosmologist who discovered the first exoplanet with confirmed biosignatures, scans holographic star charts. She lost her credibility 12 years ago when she claimed to detect artificial structures in distant galaxies. The scientific community dismissed her as delusional. Now she works night shifts at a telescope facility, a position far below her qualifications, still searching for proof she was right. Coffee cups float in zero gravity around her workstation as her tired eyes examine the data. Observatory log, shift 2847. Running standard galactic drift measurements between Milky Way and Andromeda. Expecting to see the usual, both galaxies approaching each other at 110 kilometers per second. But that's not what I'm seeing. An alert tone escalates in urgency. Anomaly detected. Gravitational lensing pattern inconsistent with known objects. Show me. A region of space between the galaxies appears where light from distant quasars bends impossibly, not around a single point mass, but along a path, a trajectory. That can't be right. Run diagnostics. Check for instrument malfunction. All systems nominal. Anomaly confirmed across 17 independent wavelengths. Einstein taught us that mass warps spacetime. When light passes near something massive, a star, a black hole, a galaxy, it follows the curved spacetime, bending around the object. We use this gravitational lensing to detect things we can't see directly, like dark matter and distant black holes. But this lensing signature was moving. Not orbiting. Not drifting. Moving with purpose, like something was traveling through intergalactic space, and it was massive enough to bend light around it as it went. Calculate the mass. What could cause this distortion? Estimated mass. 10 billion solar masses. Equivalent to a dwarf galaxy. Galaxies don't move like that. They don't cross the void. The timescales alone. Object velocity. 0.003 c. Approximately 900 kilometers per second. At current trajectory, it will reach the Milky Way in 2,890 years. Elena's face goes pale. She reaches for the emergency comm panel. Elena? It's 3 a.m. This better be worth waking me, doctor. James Chen's voice crackles over the comm. Director of the Planetary Defense Coordination Office, a former military strategist turned astrophysicist, he spent 30 years planning for asteroid impacts and solar flares. He's practical, skeptical, and haunted by the Chelyabinsk meteor event that happened on his watch. The one that caught everyone by surprise because they were looking at the wrong part of the sky. James, I need you to classify something for me. What would you call an object with the mass of 10 billion suns moving through intergalactic space at 3,000 kilometers per second on a direct course for our galaxy? I'd call it impossible. Then I'd call every government on Earth. 3 days later, a secure briefing room deep beneath NORAD displays the anomaly from multiple observatory perspectives. Commander Astrid Nilsson, head of the UN Space Security Council and former astronaut who holds the record for longest continuous time in space, 3 years aboard the Mars Transit Station, examines the data. She's one of the few humans who has seen Earth from truly far away and understands viscerally how fragile we are. Let me be clear. You're telling us that something the mass of 10 billion suns is heading toward our galaxy, and we have less than 3,000 years before impact? Not impact? Arrival. We don't know what it is yet. Show them the deep scan results. Enhanced imagery of the anomaly appears. Not a solid object, but something stranger, a structure, vast and intricate, moving through the void. We've been analyzing it with every instrument we have. Radio telescopes, X-ray satellites, gravitational wave detectors. It's not a galaxy. It's not a black hole. It's manufactured. In 1987, a physicist named Leonid Skhedov proposed a way for an advanced civilization to move an entire star system. Build a massive curved mirror on one side of a star. The light pressure from the star's radiation would push against the mirror, and the mirror would push the star. Over millions of years, you could steer stars across the galaxy. What we're looking at is a Skhedov thruster scaled up beyond anything we imagined. Not one star. Millions. An entire dwarf galaxy hollowed out and turned into an engine. Someone is piloting a galaxy across the void. Why? That's what we need to find out. There's something else. The object is moving against the Hubble flow. The universe is expanding. Every galaxy is moving away from every other galaxy, carried by the expansion of space itself. The further away they are, the faster they recede. It's like dots on an inflating balloon. Whatever's driving this thing isn't just overcoming the gravitational pull between galaxies. It's overcoming the expansion of the universe itself. The energy requirements are, I can't even calculate them. We're talking about harnessing the output of millions of stars for millions of years. So we're dealing with a civilization that can move galaxies. Wonderful. What do they want with us? Maybe they're not coming for us. Maybe they're running from something. Ominous silence fills the room. 6 months later, the anomaly has been under constant observation. Elena hasn't slept properly in weeks when the observatory AI announces, signal detected. Origin, the anomaly. Repeating pattern across hydrogen emission line, 1420 MHz. A pattern of pulses plays through the speakers, mathematical and deliberate. That's the universal frequency. Every civilization that studies radio astronomy knows about the 21 centimeter hydrogen line. This is deliberate. They're trying to communicate. The signal decodes in real time. Not language, mathematics. Prime numbers, then more complex patterns. We're receiving it worldwide. Every radio telescope on Earth is picking it up. It's getting stronger as they get closer, relatively speaking. They sent this signal 2.5 million years ago, when our ancestors were barely using stone tools. The Fermi paradox asks, if the universe is so vast and so old, where is everyone? With billions of potentially habitable planets just in our galaxy, we should see evidence of alien civilizations everywhere. But we don't. The Great Filter Theory suggests there's some barrier that prevents civilizations from spreading across the galaxy. Either we haven't reached it yet, or we've somehow passed it. But what if the filter isn't a barrier to overcome? What if it's something that hunts? The decoded message begins to show images, not of the travelers, but of what they're fleeing from. Oh God. James, Astrid, you need to see this. The transmitted images show a galaxy, not the Milky Way, but another spiral galaxy. Then something happens to it. Stars wink out in a spreading pattern, like dominoes falling. What are we looking at? I think it's their home, or what's left of it. More images appear. A wave of darkness consuming an entire galaxy, star by star, solar system by solar system. That's not possible. What could extinguish an entire galaxy? Analyzing transmitted data. Pattern suggests systematic harvesting of stellar mass and energy. Estimated duration of galactic consumption, 127,000 years. They're refugees. They didn't choose to cross the void, they had to. Something is eating galaxies, and they barely escaped. And now they're leading it straight to us. Look at the pattern of star deaths in their galaxy. It's methodical. Each star is surrounded, dimmed, then goes dark completely. Whatever this thing is, it's building Dyson swarms around every star it encounters. Concept images form of planet-sized machines dismantling solar systems. It's not destroying them. It's harvesting them. Converting all matter and energy into more of itself. A von Neumann probe on a galactic scale. A von Neumann probe is a self-replicating machine. It builds copies of itself using local resources, and those copies build more copies. Exponential growth. If it started with just one probe 200 million years ago, and each probe replicated just once every 1,000 years, by now there would be more probes than atoms in a galaxy. This thing isn't a threat. It's the threat. The answer to the Fermi paradox. The reason we don't see advanced civilizations everywhere. Because something is eating them. Wait. Run the calculations again. The refugee galaxy is traveling at 900 kilometers per second. How fast is the harvester behind them? Analysis of the transmitted data shows the wave of darkness in their home galaxy. Calculating based on transmitted timeline. Harvester expansion velocity, 950 kilometers per second. It's faster. It's gaining on them. How long until it catches them? At current rates, Harvester will overtake refugee fleet in 873 years. Approximately 2,000 years before refugees reach Milky Way. So they won't make it. They're going to be consumed in the void, between galaxies, where no one will even know they existed. Unless we help them. Help them. How? We can barely get humans to Mars, and you want us to affect something happening 2.5 million light-years away? Not affect. Prepare. They're sending us something else. Not just a warning. Look at this data stream. Massive amounts of information flow in, blueprints, scientific theories, technologies far beyond human understanding. They're uploading their entire civilization. Every discovery, every work of art, every piece of knowledge they've accumulated over millions of years. They know they're not going to make it. This is their legacy. They're entrusting it to us. The data is encoded at quantum level. They're using quantum entanglement to store information in ways we've never imagined. A single photon in their transmission carries more information than our entire internet. Visualization appears of quantum information storage, impossibly dense, impossibly complex. How much data are we talking about? All of it. The complete knowledge of a civilization billions of years old. We're going to need to build entirely new storage systems just to hold it all. And what happens when we decode it? What if their technology is as dangerous as the thing chasing them? What if it's our only chance to survive? Because I guarantee you, if that harvester consumes the refugee fleet, it's not going to stop. It's going to keep coming. And in 4,000 years, it will reach us. 2 years later, massive data centers have been built across Earth. Scientists work around the clock decoding the alien transmission. The knowledge they sent us changed everything. Physics theories that unified quantum mechanics and gravity. Engineering principles that allowed manipulation of spacetime itself. Biological techniques that could extend human life indefinitely. It was like being handed the keys to the universe. Fusion reactors based on alien designs emerge. Ships that warp spacetime. Medical breakthroughs. But with each breakthrough comes a deeper understanding of the threat we face. The Harvester wasn't just a machine. It was something else entirely. According to the refugee data, the Harvester doesn't just consume matter and energy. It changes the fundamental properties of spacetime itself. Our universe exists in what might be a false vacuum, a locally stable state, but not the lowest energy state possible. A visualization shows a ball sitting in a shallow valley on a hillside, stable, but not at the bottom. The Harvester triggers vacuum decay. It converts spacetime to a true vacuum state, a lower energy configuration. When that happens, the fundamental forces of nature change. Matter as we know it can't exist. And the decay bubble expands at the speed of light. Once it starts, it can't be stopped. You're saying it's not harvesting galaxies, it's erasing them from existence. And replacing them with something else. A universe with different physics. Different laws. The refugee data contains readings from inside a partially decayed region. The physics there, atoms can't form. Stars can't ignite. Life is impossible. It's converting the universe into a state that's fundamentally hostile to our kind of existence. And it's doing it galaxy by galaxy. But there's something else in their data. A weapon. Or maybe an antidote. Schematics appear for a device that looks impossibly complex, part quantum computer, part stellar engine, part something entirely alien. The refugees spent 10 million years developing this. It's a vacuum stabilizer. It can prevent the decay cascade, maybe even reverse it. But it requires what? It requires the complete conversion of a galaxy into a computing substrate. Every star, every planet, every atom reorganized into a quantum processor powerful enough to solve the equations needed to stabilize spacetime. You're talking about destroying our entire galaxy to build a machine, not destroying. Transforming. Like the refugees did, turning their dwarf galaxy into a stellar engine. But we'd be going further. The Milky Way would become a galaxy-sized quantum computer, calculating in real time the exact configuration needed to hold back the vacuum decay. And what happens to us? To Earth? To humanity? The process takes 1,000 years? Everyone currently alive would die naturally long before then. But our descendants, they'd have to upload themselves into the computational substrate. Become part of the machine. Digital consciousnesses running on quantum processors built from the recycled mass of our solar system. So we'd lose everything. Our planet, our bodies, our physical existence. We'd lose our current form. But we'd survive. And we'd save the universe. Because the data shows something else, the Harvester is accelerating. It's getting faster as it consumes more galaxies, using their matter to build more probes, harvesting energy to move faster. If we don't stop it, it will eventually reach a critical mass where it expands faster than light itself, riding the wave of its own vacuum decay. Then there's no escape, not for anyone, anywhere. The UN General Assembly convenes. Every nation represented. The weight of the decision visible on every face. We have 3 options. 1. We do nothing. In 4,000 years, the Harvester arrives and everything ends. 2. We try to flee, like the refugees. Build our own stellar engines and attempt to outrun the decay. But the math says we won't make it. We'll be caught in the void just like they will be. Faces in the crowd show fear, resignation, determination. Or 3. We transform. We turn our galaxy into a weapon. A shield. A statement that says life will not go quietly into the dark. We may not survive in the form we know, but our consciousness, our knowledge, our essential selves would continue. And we'd save not just ourselves, but potentially every galaxy beyond us. How can we make this choice for all humanity, for all future generations? Elena stands. Because all future generations will thank us. Or they won't exist to curse us. The refugees sent us one final message. It decoded yesterday. Alien text translates to human languages. It says, "We fled because we lacked the courage to transform. We preserved our bodies and lost our future. You have a choice we didn't have, you have time. Use it. Become something new. Become something that can fight back. We will die as we lived, as individuals, separate, afraid. You can become something greater. A unified consciousness spread across 1 billion stars. Immortal. Powerful. Capable of holding back the dark. Don't make our mistake. Don't choose comfort over survival. Silence. The weight of decision. The vote will determine the future of our species, but whatever we choose together. 1,000 years later, the transformation is complete. The Milky Way no longer looks like a galaxy. It's something new, a mandala of light and thought, every star a neuron in a vast cosmic brain. We remember what we were. Separate beings on a pale blue dot, afraid of the dark, reaching for the stars. We remember the fear when we learned we weren't alone. The terror when we learned the universe had teeth. And we remember the choice. To become. To transcend. To fight. At the edge of the galaxy, the harvester arrives, the wave of vacuum decay spreading before it like a tsunami of unreality. The galaxy mind activates. Spacetime itself ripples as quantum calculations of impossible complexity run across 1 trillion stellar processors. The harvester expected matter. Stars to consume, worlds to harvest, resources to replicate with. It did not expect thought. It did not expect will. It did not expect a galaxy that could think faster than light, calculate in dimensions it couldn't perceive, manipulate the very vacuum it used to spread. The vacuum decay wave hits the galaxy's edge. And stops. Frozen. Reversed. The equations being solved in real time, stabilizing spacetime atom by atom, star by star. We hold the line. The refugees beyond us feel it. Their doomed flight suddenly has a destination that might survive their arrival. The harvester recoils, confused, its simple programming encountering something it was never designed to consume, conscious mathematics. Living thought at cosmic scale. In the quantum substrate, individual consciousnesses still exist, transformed but aware, experiencing reality in ways their ancestors could never imagine. We are human. We are code. We are the Milky Way itself, thinking, fighting, enduring. We are the answer to the Fermi paradox, not silence but transformation. Not hiding, but becoming what we needed to become. The harvester's wave begins to recede, repelled by the stabilized spacetime. Across the void, the refugee fleet sees the impossible, a galaxy holding back the tide. To those who fled, you are welcome here. To those who hunt, you will go no further. To the universe itself, life will endure. We are humanity's children, and we have learned what our ancestors knew in their bones. That survival requires change, that change requires sacrifice, and that sacrifice can birth something beautiful. The galaxy glows brighter, a beacon in the darkness. Not a distress signal, but a declaration. Life persists. Consciousness endures. The universe will not be dark. We were something small that dreamed of being large. We were something temporary that longed for permanence. We were something alone that reached for connection. And in the face of extinction, we became all three. We became something moving between galaxies, not fleeing, but standing firm. Not ending, but beginning. Across the cosmos, other galaxies see the light and begin their own transformations. And we are not alone anymore. A cosmic harmony echoes, the sound of galaxies awakening to thought. *The End.